It's Saturday. It's April 13th, 2019, 4:15 p.m. This is episode 442. How's your Saturday going? I started this cartoon about 3 a.m. this morning. I went to sleep last night about 10. I woke up about 3, and then I started working on this. I feel it's a lot better. I was really, really burned out and tired. I don't even know why I waited till 10 p.m. to go to sleep. And Donald Trump is now proposing to dump undocumented immigrants into sanctuary cities. And now Republicans think this is just a great idea. It's just awesome. They think that the sanctuary cities, that they want immigrants to just overload the city or whatever. But that's not the case when they make themselves sanctuary cities. They're making it basically as compassion. It's being human beings, treating people like human beings. But Republicans don't see it that way. And so they're trying to punish these Democratic bastions, I guess, and congressional districts that are Democratic, and use people as pawns, use them as just for politics, and just to punish them, punish the people in the city, punish the politicians in those districts, in those areas. It's very, very cruel. If you think it's a great idea, you're basically an asshole. I mean, this whole Trumpism is about being cruel. That's all Donald Trump is about. And what's really, really scary is a large number of people in this country that like this kind of stuff. They agree with it. I mean, how in the hell are you any way at all Christian whenever you want to use people as pawns, when you throw women and children into these cities? I mean, Donald Trump claims that they're all rapists and murderers and gangsters and MS-13. He calls them animals. Now he's treating them like animals. And that's not true. But even if it was, wouldn't that be dangerous to these cities? To American citizens, if you're just going to throw murderers at them? If that's what you actually believe they are? Donald Trump is an asshole. And this is a Stephen Miller idea. Because Stephen Miller is a horrible, vile, ugly, cruel person. The good thing about this is that it's totally illegal. It's very expensive, too. You just can't... Usually, whenever people are released, to wait for court dates and stuff like that, they're released near border towns, usually close to where they were apprehended, or either turn themselves in to declare for amnesty, for asylum. But Donald Trump wants to truck them up to far off places throughout the country to use them politically. Now, it said that he promised his head of Border Patrol that he would pardon him if he went ahead and broke amnesty laws on Trump's orders. And he refused to break those laws. But basically, he wanted Border Patrol to stop accepting asylum requests, which is illegal. You can't do that. So if the guy went to jail, Trump said, I'll pardon you, you break the law on my orders. If that turns out to be true, Trump needs to be impeached for that. He needs to be removed from office just for that alone. And the White House came out and said that the whole thing about dumping immigrants into sanctuary cities was just a real quick idea that was quickly rejected. First off, it shouldn't have been an idea that anyone in your administration proposes. If somebody in your administration proposes an idea that bad, you should get rid of them. Like, well, this guy is just horrible. Get him out of here. But no, they're just like, no, there's an idea we're not going to use. But within the hour, Donald Trump came out and said, yeah, we're still thinking about it. It totally cuts off his people at the knees. So again, they just trying to be as horrible as they can. And Stephen Miller is the one person in the White House. You see all these people who come and go? But Steve, I mean, he is almost as safe as Ivanka and Jared. I mean, he's on his third chief of staff. He's gone through 3 main press people, from Sean Spicer, then Scaramucci, to Sarah Huckabee Sanders. And he's lost an attorney general. He's lost a secretary of state. He's lost a secretary of defense. And, but this guy, I mean, even Steve Bannon got on the outs. But Stephen Miller is his favorite goon. And he's just a horrible person. He's ugly. He's nasty. And I don't even mean he's physically ugly. And he is physically ugly. Big old egghead. In the White House saying about horrible ways to treat immigrants. This guy hates immigration. And the thing is, they're not just trying to protect America from illegal immigration. They're trying to eliminate pretty much all immigration that's not white. And at some point, that's going to come out. And the weird thing is that ever since the Mueller report came out, Donald Trump has been worse and worse and worse. He's only been worse at making it public how bad he is. He just thinks that he can get away with everything, and he might be right, which is terrifying. But now he's always been this bad. He's just making it publicly known how bad he is. Like floating the idea to all his supporters about throwing people into sanctuary cities, which his supporters love. I see this crap on Facebook. Why is that wrong? If they're sanctuary cities and liberals want them, they'll just throw them in there. It's just horrible. And they show that they don't understand the issues at all, that they're stupid. Which shows that only stupid people support Donald Trump. If you do support Donald Trump and you come in here and you comment below and go, I support Donald Trump, this is a great idea, you're stupid. Okay? You're an idiot. And it's just horrible. It's a cruel thing to do. You're just not a decent person. You're not. I mean, I can't think of any other ways to insult you people. All right, let's do some shout-outs. Errol likes Thomas Jefferson because of his wise words and his good ideas. He was a great writer. And yeah, basically, the foundation of the Declaration, the U.S. Constitution was the Constitution of Virginia. And that was written by Thomas Jefferson. He is pretty much the architect of the United States Constitution. And you're like, yeah, you don't like that whole slave freedom part, even though it was acceptable at the time. Well, why would you like it? But yeah, he was one of our best presidents for sure. My favorite memorial in Washington is the Jefferson Memorial. And the really cool thing is that the way it's situated on the tidal basin, you can walk along the water from it to the Roosevelt Memorial, the FDR Memorial. Rob Coutinho was talking about Roosevelt lost an election because Wilson's opposition was split. It's the reason why we need ranked choice voting. That is true. Roosevelt served one term of his own. He was vice president and completed his successor's term, and he was assassinated. Then after Roosevelt won the election to his own term, he chose not to run again. And then he went on vacation for 4 years. He went on safari. And then he came back and ran for president again as a member of the Bull Moose Party. He left the Republican Party. And it was split. It was a three-way race. And we got Woodrow Wilson. One of the most racist presidents that we've ever had. And Coutinho says, not another black hole. The last cartoon was a black hole one. And I can just saying it's right about a lot of cartoons with Trump in the black hole picture. Yeah. I felt much better about doing this cartoon than the last one. I don't know. The black hole one, it was also super duper quick to draw. But this one, I just felt a lot better about it. Not so much because I put more work into it, but to me, the idea was much more unique and everything. It was more indicative of my style, I do believe. TJ Thoreau agrees that burning the flag of speech is just a bizarre action. The U.S. is pretty much the only country that doesn't restrict speech, and he's torn. And he doesn't like people wearing the flag's clothing and stuff, but and he's offended when people burn American flag. I'm not reading all things he wrote. I'm not offended when people burn the American flag or disrespect it or anything at all. To me, it's an opinion. And the flag is just a symbol. I mean, you could take a piece of cloth and you design something on it, and somebody walks on it. Before that design was there, it was just a piece of cloth. I don't really care. Nobody has ever died for the flag. You know, people don't fight for the flag. You can talk about everything that the flag represents, but it's just what the flag represents, different things to different people. You know, the Star Spangled Banner was originally a racist song. Some people can look at the American flag and it can offend them just seeing the flag because of all the horrible things that it's flown over, that it has represented. And other people will think, you know, that it's great because it represents the freedom and liberty and stuff. I go either way on that. I'm not really offended. To me, when people want to shut down people from burning the flag or from kneeling during the national anthem, to me that's more offensive than anything they could do to the flag. To me, people are way more important than these archaic symbols. So, I think I see something I forgot there. But it'll be alright. It's alright. I forgot it. Nobody's going to notice it but me. Now, Kansas should have a lot of fun counting these things. I have not attempted to count. I know there's more than 2. I'm trying to decide what I'm going to do this Saturday also. I debated going out, but also, I don't know. I could just, I mean, not going out to do a couple errands and stuff. But I could just stay here and just order food and watch a movie tonight, which actually I plan to do that anyway. No matter what I do, I'm going to stay home and watch a movie tonight. We got like a minute left. My computer started wigging out again, but I was taking a while to draw this. And then I stopped recording the coloring, and then after a while I came back and started recording it again, and then it let me do it for a little while, and it started, just when it first started to wig out a little bit, I stopped recording, and everything was fine, but it's like the computer doesn't want me to work that long. Here is the rough, because I sent this to my copy editors to get them to proof, and then I took out part of the text, so I had explaining the whole thing in the text, and then I thought, oh, screw that, I don't need it. And I made it shorter, so I'm glad I did that. There will be another video tomorrow, and not a new cartoon. Well, it will be a new cartoon for you. It'll be the CNN cartoon. I've already drawn it. Nobody's seen it in the world, which is weird for me to wait 2 days before people can see the cartoon. But come back tomorrow, click the red button and subscribe. Leave a comment, and we'll give you a shout out. Goodbye!